Good afternoon, traders. It is Friday, November 10th, 2017, and the U.S. stock market is closed. Well, today was the typical horrible Friday that we dread, and I've had a lot of them, but it really was pretty horrible today. Um, I had called the Dow up. It did not go up. It ended up settling down 39 points. It basically went sideways. But the problem that we are having in these markets are poisoned by the fact that Congress can't do anything, and there's a lot of speculation that maybe they're not going to be able to pass this tax code. And it's just a disaster if they can't pass the tax code. It's just basically the Congress is so tied up in partisan politics and arguing back and forth about this and that and everything else. They can do nothing. And if they can do nothing, we don't get any tax reform, and this is going to really negatively impact these markets. And that's what's going on, and it really affects our bottom line because trying to play stocks from the long side when you have this sword of Damocles hanging over it is extremely difficult. Anyway, yeah, we had a terrible day. We closed out negative $6,000 in our closeout trades. We got into 10 new positions. I don't know how we get into all these positions when the Dow is down, but we got into 10 new positions. 6 were positive, 4 were negative, but we're carrying another negative $6,200 going into tomorrow. So that just all around sucks. I'll show you what some of the problems were. This first stock I'm showing you is FINL. That's Finish Line Incorporated, and we had we had got out of that yesterday with marginal profits, but then we got re-entered. A lot of re-entries I like, but this one I really hated, and it looks like something big happened. This thing gapped way down. I don't know if that was an earnings report. Looks like an earnings report situation to me, but anyway, that costs us negative $7,700, $7,700. You get a negative $7,700 first thing in the morning. There just is no recovering from that. Then another really bad one we got is Mankind Corporation, and you can see what happened here. We bought this spike up about the second hour, and then it just failed. And we had a great trade a few weeks ago in Mankind, but it's just been poisoned ever since. And I think the trend is down, and so we're trying to trade a market that's trending down on the long side, and it's really hurting us. I'm not happy about Mankind at all. Anyway, that costs us, we're not out of it yet, but we're negative $6,300 in Mankind. And after all that, I got to show you, we had one good trade. In spite of the horrible, horrible day, we had one good trade, and I will show you that. I showed you this yesterday. This is OSTK, Overstock.com Incorporated. We bought this huge gap yesterday. We do buy those gaps, and it kept going, and then it gapped up just a little for us this morning. We got out, but we got out of this with $4,500, $4,500. Just a great trade on a terrible day. that's the way it went. Hey, you guys have a great weekend. I'm not going to let these markets get me down, and I will be back here on Monday.